Is this middleweight truly the one to dethrone Alex Pereira? Another kickboxing rivalry brought to the octagon. Cesar Almeida doesn't have much time in pro mixed martial arts. He's already 36, but brings over 15 years and 57 kickboxing bouts to his resume that includes a win against light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. It also includes 2 losses, but nonetheless, let's have a look at another stand-up ace who looks to follow in the footsteps of both Pereira and Adesanya as a middleweight kickboxer turned UFC champion. Let's have a look at Cesar Almeida's highlights.
Oh, till's out! It's over! Over! That's what I'm saying, boy! Oh! It's over! Munoz! Oh, my...
Let's obviously start with reeling off the kickboxing accolades. His kickboxing career actually started prior, but continued side by side with his MMA career from 2016 to 2023. In 57 kickboxing bouts spanning 15 years, he was successful in 47, winning 27 by knockout. He has never been finished in his professional kickboxing career, which is a wild stat in my opinion, but he has had 8 losses scattered throughout. He captured kickboxing titles in Super Combat, WGP, WKN, and at the Brazilian Nationals, and I'd say at this point he's fully dipped into MMA, as he's had 3 fights in MMA since his last kickboxing bout, which hasn't happened. With that out of the way, Almeida actually started in pro MMA back in 2016, but he only took 1 fight in his debut for Shooto Brazil on their 61st event. He wouldn't compete in mixed martial arts again until 2021, where he began to have more involvement with MMA training, and after a 2-fight undefeated campaign in 2021, he would get the call from Dana White to gauge his interest in coming on the Contender Series, so he was ultimately brought in nearly 2 full years later in 2023 to take on a former LFA middleweight champion. He finished all 3 of his regional opponents prior, but the Contender Series performance was heavily grappling with his opponent understanding what he was up against. Still, Almeida was victorious and was ultimately brought into the UFC at only 4-0. He did a good job reversing grappling situations, landing his own ground and pound while avoiding any real serious problems. So at only 4-0, his debut for the UFC would be more impressive. He landed performance of the night knockout in the 2nd round. His opponent, Dylan Budka, would be successful keeping Almeida on either the fence or his back in the 1st round, but Almeida had more success stuffing takedowns in the 2nd, and on an attempt that had Almeida's back against the fence, he started raining down those massive elbows that ultimately finished the fight. Almeida would go on to take on Roman Kopylov at UFC 302, and in what was a very close fight, Roman Kopylov would edge out a split decision, stuffing the momentum of Cesar Almeida, who was looking at getting in the UFC middleweight title picture. But nonetheless, he's back on UFC pay-per-view with another opportunity at this advanced age of 36 in terms of mixed martial arts to take out his Ukrainian opponent and have a potential title shot looming, even at only 5-1. This is the same career trajectory as we saw with Alex Pereira, and even Israel Adesanya didn't have to get too many wins inside the UFC before he was right up there at the top. Do I think he's going to be a UFC champion? I don't believe so, but I have been proven wrong in the past. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to Combat Sports Central, and I will see you in the next one.